All right, so here we are. That was an incredibly scuffed opening, but here we are. Welcome everyone. This is the MRL Cup Series race number 4 of the season 2 season. With all of that, we have a it was a doozy right there. We had a brand new system being put into play here. It was essentially a system where, since our numbers for the Cup Series were low, we could let Sportsman Series drivers in. However, we had a bit of a mix-up that didn't quite allow for drivers to get in properly. So I wanted to take a personal apology on that for creating an incredibly scuffed opening part to this race. But here we are at Richmond, here, ladies and gentlemen. Joining me up here for our in-race reporter is, of course, an Agent Orange. How are you doing today, man?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right. So yeah, sorry for the scuffed opening, but I'm sure I'll be dealing with it later on in the Discord. I know some people are mad at me, but it's done and over with at this point. Literally, it just comes down to me capping the lobby at 20 when I should have did it for at least 22. But that's what I was basing that number purely off of the number signed up in the Discord, and there was only 11. So when some others suddenly come out of the woodwork, suddenly we have a problem. So yeah, so that's essentially what happened there to begin off this race. So I apologize so much for that. But here we are. So coming out for season 4 here, race 4 of this season. We have Richmond. Now, Richmond is a bit of a fun track. We were here, Nathan, you and I here on Thursdays for ERA. Thank you for letting me know about that. My mind's a little bit discombobulated right now. Those are... we have a lot of drivers in this field that were actually in that race. Xander was in that race. He actually won that, and currently he is leading this race as of right now. So we also had Elite Precision, who finished P2, with WRX Mike, who is currently right in front of you, who was also in that race, and you two cannot escape each other. That was one thing that we were talking about that in the at the end of the ERA race, is that quite literally you two cannot escape each other.
I had a good start of the run, but some traffic, some bad moves on my part, put me on the outside a couple times. And you know how it is when you get stuck on the outside here.
Oh, of course.
Getting 5th to 10th. Yep.
But no, go ahead. 5th to 10th.
Well, I started 11th. Made some good moves to really start the race. Went from 11th to up to 5th or 6th. And then, like I was saying, just kind of made a couple bad moves, made a couple mistakes, and next thing I know, I'm back in 10th.
Oh, well, I mean, that definitely sucks, honestly. It's just one of those... it's just one of those things that, like, I don't understand personally. A big apron moment right there is Richmond. Richmond is especially a weird part for literally everyone and their mother to come on out for a little bit short track racing here on the Saturday side of things. We have a couple of these sportsman drivers you may have been seeing periodically throughout the run. This is a one of them, actually, that's NRG in the number 16. We also have the 21 of Tomboy somewhere around here. The 99, there he is, right behind our 99 of US Trek Enterprise. And we also have one other that is up here somewhere. I think that is Bassbuck. I think he's in P5 at the moment. Yes, he is. He actually just passed... looks like Packers matching his number there in P6. So yes, to kind of recap everyone though, I want to apologize so much for the scuffed opening. For if you guys are watching right now, this is one of those things that Pat messes up. Flipping.
I see flipping.
Oh, there's the 3 of Cade right there. Looks like that may be our first caution of the race. Oh, it's still flipping.
I don't know how it's not a caution.
I don't know. No caution for that, though. Looks like Cade has backed it out for the night. So, oh, wow. Okay, so it's just one of those things. I'm not quite sure what exactly happened there, but yeah, the 3 of Cade is done for the night. Wow. Okay. Absolutely the absolute scenes for this. We do have cautions on, but that was not a caution. Very surprisingly, weird. But anyway, a lot of these guys here are in a huge points battle, I should say. Cade was one of them. Story Square, they were actually tied going into this race. Story Square is not in this race. Ooh, the six of Packers absolutely plowing the outside wall. Gonna get rear-ended by the 19 of Blakey T. Now Blakey T's gonna be like, hey man, I didn't quite appreciate that. Gonna kind of move him up the hill a little bit. No harm, no foul. Of course, Nathan, you have perfect view of that, so you're seeing exactly what I'm seeing right there. But yeah, weird how there was flipping, literally people going upside, inside out. They were living La Vida Loca, and they were not having a yellow. So yeah, that 3 Arcade is going to be our first DNF for tonight. 18 drivers in this, 19 actually started. 18 are currently left. So hey, that is a spot, as the kids say nowadays. Joining me up here, Packers is incredibly loose right there, hitting the outside bump, and off he goes into the wall again. Nathan, coming around this time, can you at least let me know what lap we are on?
We're on 169 to go, lap 32.
Lap 32, wow. This race is actually going to be flying on by, because 200 laps may sound like a short time, but when you guys are running about, what is it, like 21?
21s.
Yeah, 21-second lap times. They're actually just going to fly on by, especially this is a short track. So these guys are definitely going to be hitting off some great moments right there. That is going to be a Liam and a baseball kid bowing into, creating a little bit of kerfuffling going on right there. So that is going to be a caution right there. Interesting how those two connected. But yeah, definitely going into turn 3, that is not going to help on out, because the one of Xander had a very good lead on the rest of the field. So, I wonder who our lucky get back on the lead lapper is going to be. Lucky dog is. If I'm counting my cars correctly, maybe the 99?
I do.
Oh, well, no harm, no foul. I guess we're going to find out now here. The 6 and the 43, interesting call there. Looks like is going to get back on. It looks like it was the 22. So the 22 is going to get back on the lead lap right there. But the 6 must not have hit double X, so he's going to immediately get out of the way. Unfortunate for him, but he is going to be all out of whack right there. The 43 as well is going to be just absolutely destroyed. I wonder if he also didn't hit double X right there. So yeah, that 43 is going to be absolutely just sinking through the pack. But yeah,
what I don't understand right there is why Packers didn't at least try and lead the first lap and get those 5 bonus points.
Yeah, that is a little surprising. Well, I mean, technically by him leading under green, I mean, that I do also count that. But okay. I mean, I've always counted that though. But he did technically lead, but that it still hurts him in the long run, because with him pitting like that, big 3 wide implications right here with the 74. That is it's only going to hurt him, because now here he is on, or I guess he's off of pit road right now. Interesting. So yeah, we're going to see how that is going to impact things. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
Another caution.
Another caution as I'm coming back up here. Interesting how
That would
that
put baseball kid back in the lead lap.
baseball kid will be put back in the lead lap. I was nope. He is on pit lane. He is done for the night. So, yeah, weird how that happens there. Looks like that involved Tomboy, maybe. Looking in the Discord. But yeah, everyone here getting into um, a little bit of a pit, but we'll have to see here. Um, Everyone's saying it's a waste of time, but hey, everyone showed up for Richmond, but not for Pocono. Weird how that works out sometimes. So yeah, it looks like they are going to do a little bit of strategy up here. So we have the one of Xander all the way back in P7. Elite does not get going right there, so he is going to be absolutely destroyed there on the long run. So yeah, we'll have to see exactly what happened. I'm not quite sure, but hopefully someone can let me know. But yeah, we'll have to see exactly what happened because Cade left a well, not too happy message in our stream chat. So I guess we'll have to see what exactly is happening. I'm at a loss. I don't know what's happening, Nathan. So maybe if you can help clue me in, we'll have to find on out.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I know as Cade's wreck, he got loose coming off of 2 and just kind of like did a little ricochet action between the wall and then eventually into me. But
yeah, but it wasn't a caution. The game didn't count it, so I'm a little, I'm a little confused. But
think we all are.
Well, either way though, we look in the grand scheme of things here. The race continues. So the 6, I'm looking at the 6 in the back here. Remember, he didn't pit after the first caution. Now here he is, the 22 and the 99, just not having their greatest of times back here. The 99 of US Trek coming on back, and yeah, the 22 just using him up, and I'm sure the 99 is not too happy. Yes, there he is. He actually crowds him there on the entry right there. I'm sure he's going to get a very happy push going into turn 1 right here. Yep, there it is. So yeah, the 99 is not too happy with that 22 back here, so I have to watch that, but change for the lead possibly, question mark. That is the 18 trying to make the move on Cyber. He does, so that is the 4 Mopower teammates moving onto the back right here. So yeah, the 1, the 74, and the 21 of Tomboy trying to go and get this thing done. The 19 of Blake T right behind. Ooh, the 74 getting, oh, sorry, the 21 getting moved up by the 74 right there. And that is the 12 of Liam running Shackett up the road. What the heck happened there? Yeah, the 6 being absolutely upended by the 43 of Shackett right there. Yeah, so there is a lot going on in the back right here. Maybe that is what Cade was alluding to. But we'll have to see, though, coming into the grand scheme of things here. Let's see here. Going on through the rest of the field, though, the 18 still leads. The 1 was able to take P2. The 4 is Cyber P3. The 21 of Tomboy P4. And then I do believe the 74 of Bass there in P5. No, make that swap it around, yeah, right there for P6. Blakey T is up there into P4 now. But, you know, I'm actually very interested with what's going on in the back. I see some tire tracks going into the front stretch grass, so interesting how that got there. I'm not quite sure exactly what happened. That was probably our second caution. But, yeah, interesting race so far. What lap are we on? I'm not saying how many to go, just what lap are we on?
56.
56. The 24 Tomboy making his move down low. Not Tomboy, that is Elite right there. We had a Terabad restart, by the way. But looks like he is going to come off clean. He's going to try to reach on Tomboy right there. The NRG, the 16, trying to make it happen. And of course, your best buddy is right behind you now.
As always.
So the 9 of Kalen is just behind them, you have the 6 Packers who's been making his way up the field. Then you have the 21 and the 12, also not having the best of times. The 12 and the 21 have literally been just kind of knocking each other out of the way. So no love lost right there. Yeah, and there you can see the 21 is absolutely, had it with the 12 right there. So moves him out of the way, and then the 22 will be. I'm sure he's just kind of watching it all right here. Weird how Richmond, everyone shows up for it, but everyone gets mad at each other. Huh.
Yep.
And then they yell at each other for, oh, you got into me, and it's just like, okay, well, I mean, it's a two-way street here. So I'm sure the 12 here is going to absolutely destroy the 21. Yep. So essentially, it's a cycle that is just never ending right here. So I'm just watching this battle. Looks like the 43 of Shackett is spinning right there. So that is the 43 that is going to be all the way into the back of this pack. I wonder what happened there. Change for the lead though. The 1 is going to get past the 18. The 4 is actually caught both of them. So essentially, Cyber's just been running in the 1's tire tracks. The 18 down low, the 19 right behind. Then you have the battle with the sportsman drivers into the back of that little train. You have the I'm trying to go on board. That is the 74 as well as the 21 right up there. So I apologize for me kind of stuttering over my words right there. But they are figuring it on out. Looks like 24 of Elite has a good car, but he just had a bad restart, so he is trying to move forward with fresher tires right there. 2 DNS on this race, so the 17 still out on track. Looks like the 43 is back up and running, but he is about 4 or 5 seconds behind his nearest competitor, so this is P17 right here. I do believe everyone is out on a lead lapper right now, so no current lap down cars, but here we are though with if I'm counting my laps correctly, this is lap 66.
I can tell you this.
60?
64.
65. Okay, now it's 65. So, all right, yep. I was close. Close, but no cigar. So Richmond is, weirdly enough, one of those tracks that like people just, people show up for. I mean, we always have some good attendance here at Richmond, but then people just run into each other. Tempers flare. I don't get it. It's kind of like, what can I equivalent to? It's kind of like super speedway racing, where everyone shows up for it and then gets mad when people lag. Or block. Or single file draft. Or do anything that's not side-by-side racing, honestly. Let's be real here. Big move by the 8 right there on the 88. I just now noticed how you two have corresponding numbers too. Ooh, the 16 gets into the 21 right there. So having a field day is the 21 of Tomboy. Vote for Tomboy in the All-Star Open race. Speaking of the All-Star Open race, we also should campaign for another one of those drivers that has been heavily looking forward to the All-Star race, and that is the 21 of Broadcaster Clay. Broadcaster Clay has had one of the weirdest seasons, might I say. He has been trying with all of his might to just compete, honestly, with his work schedule nowadays. The 22 is actually, he is backwards right here. Going into turn 3, he is going to be in amongst the pack. Looks like he probably will be pitting. So, I apologize about that. But the 21, to kind of recount though, the 21 of Broadcaster Clay has been heavily advocating for his role in the All-Star race. Vote for Broadcaster Clay today. But yeah, the 22 of Napier just not having a good race, and he is down on pit road in order to kind of fix that. Looks like he is way too loose to his liking, but the top 3 have found themselves yet again. And these seem to be the top 5 for the season so far, as I look back. Xander in first, UK P2, Cyber in P3. The latter 2 have not found a whole lot of luck this season. Meanwhile, the 18, though, trying to go and get this bread. Meanwhile, our 3 past winners for the season are actually the 3 right behind him. So looks like that is the 4, the 19, and the 24 going to try and make it up to try at least to get a double win on the season, but we'll have to see though. I do believe, and I do declare, that 22 may have called it a night. We'll have to see though. Oh, nope, he just bends it off of the pit road entry, and he is backing it up in front of the field. Oh, you don't do that! Oh my goodness, yeah. The 22, oh my goodness, oh, he is, oh. Give me a heart attack, jeez. The 22, oh my goodness. Oh. I'm so glad he ghosted right there. Oh my goodness.
Me too. I was coming up on it.
Jeezums. I thought he parked it. And I was trying to find him going onto that, but apparently he binned it off of the pits and then backed up onto the track. I'm so glad that no one was coming. Yeah, that has got to be a talking to after the race. You've got to be a little bit more aware and in control of your car, especially when you're on fresh tires coming out of the pits like that. Oh, my goodness. But yes, as we continue this run right here, the 1 is not having the best of his best of times right now. Hang me one hot second. Alright, I'm back. So yeah, the 1 is finding himself under pressure from the 18, kind of drifting up the track. You can tell that he's getting loose. Same thing with the 18 right behind him. He is also getting loose. The 4 right behind him, the 24 and the 19 behind. That is our top 5. And we move on to P6, who is Bass, I do believe, right? Yes.
Yeah.
So that is Bass, and then P7 is you, actually,
Myself.
right behind that.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Packers is behind you, and look at Packers having a little bit of pace in his, a little bit of horses underneath his hood. Coming back from the back of the field to the front is what we like to see. Then you have NRG back here, so that is P9. And to complete the top 10, you actually have a battle between US Trek as well as the 21 and Tomboy, and WRX Mike right behind them. Liam behind both of them. Ooh, 99 not giving the 21 any kind of space. The 21 kind of knocks him out of the way, and that is going to be the 99 and the 9 getting into it. Yeah, the 21 battling for space. The 99 did not give him room, and
Oh,
21.
elite spun.
Oh, elite spins coming off of 4. I was not on board with that. But a rare mistake from Elite Precision. This could be the swing in the points that Xander, basically everyone that's P2 on back, may have been looking for because of the stranglehold that he has had on this season so far. The 22 has indeed called in a night, so there he goes. But no real harm in foul right there. The 24 is now the... is now in, what, P7?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, ultimately, P7 from where he was, which was P4, is not that bad. It's only lost 3 positions. But still, in terms of track position, that is huge. He is now about half a track behind. Ooh, the 9 getting mega loose coming off the corner. Yeah, the 21 of Tomboy, yeah, that was in the 99 right there. The 99 has pace, but the 21, or sorry, the 99 just ran the 21 out of room. And where was the 21 going to go? There was contact right there. So, I mean, I was just wondering what was honestly expected. But coming on through, yeah, Napier just saying screw Richmond right there. So, yeah, the 22, yep, has indeed called it a night. A lot of people feel like that, but like I said, everyone shows up for it. So I don't know. I don't know why. Honestly, people hate it, but hey, if you show up for it, I guess it's really not that bad. Now, see, I hate Martinsville. Honestly, I will go on record and say I hate Martinsville.
I don't hate Martinsville per se.
I hate how it's raced in this track, not in this
Yeah.
game, honestly, because of like just how loose you get. Like everything, your rear weight is like literally all wrong. Like everything about it is wrong. Um, you should be extremely tight going in through the concrete sections, but you are loose as hell. But here we are with a flawed game, but you know we've been dealing with this for a couple years now, so here we are. The 21 about to be lapped, but the 4 Cyber is actually right behind. I should mention that the 1 is actually looking for his first win of the season, so that is a little bit of a tidbit right there. The 21 giving a little bit too much room. He actually clips the little divot in the wall right there, and the 18 is going to go low, not wanting to give the inside to his teammate, but he does anyway because of how much time he spent by just swooping down the middle like that. But yeah, we'll have to see though. Coming on through, with Sunny Ford getting Omega loose, coming off of or going into turn 3 right there. Actually hitting the apron. The 43 of Shackett, I do believe, is a lap down, so that is not for position. The 24, though, of Elite trying to make his way back through the field, that is P6 now. Three DNFs on the board right now. That is the 3 of Cade finishing plumb last, Baseball Kid. Coming on out and doing his thing and deciding that, you know what, this ain't fun, and quitting. And then the 22, just, I guess, not wanting to run the rest of the race. But yeah, that is wholly what we are experiencing with right now. So, with everyone coming on through, I am actually very curious to see what everyone's going to be planning on doing for strategy. Because pit stops should be coming up here soon. Am I correct?
I didn't pit on that last stop. I don't remember how many green flag laps we did on that last.
Not
round.
many.
But I have 11 laps of fuel left.
I will assume everyone else has about 20. But of course, fuel is a little bit marginal around here. Everyone's going to be pitting for tires. You pit, you are going to be hugely at a disadvantage in terms of tires the longer you stay on track. But the longer you do that, you may actually find yourself in a little bit of a strategic dilemma, because you may actually want to find yourself doing 2 tires on the final stop. We'll have to see though, and see how many what's going to happen here in terms of strategy. But yeah, a lot of these guys though are definitely going to be trying for 4 tires, 2 tires maybe. But we'll have to see though. The top 2 are actually neck and neck right now. The 1 and the 4, these 2 have been absolutely the best when it comes to Richmond here in the Cup Series. We've been here before, mind you. We've been here during the shootout season, Nathan. I don't even know if you remember that race.
Not really.
I remember that race from...
Not off the top of my head, at least.
I remember that race because of... because of BS just straight lining it into Brandon into turn 1. That's how I remember that race. So yeah, we've been here before in the Cup Series. So that is one of those things that these 2 have found themselves together more times than not. But when it comes to the rest of the field, you can quickly find yourselves those that are the long, I guess like the long runners, and those that are the short runners. So we'll have to see how that is going to roll here because of everyone kind of getting on the edge of their tires right now. Everyone's kind of bobbing and weaving. You can see, especially coming off of 2, and see how good they are in terms of tire wear. If they are really like getting loose, they're like quickly divoting to the left. But we're quickly coming up on halfway through the race. So I mean, honestly, for everything that's worth, after the 2 cautions in the very beginning, we've been kind of just rocking and rolling so far.
102 to go.
102 to go. We're almost at halfway, boys. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Yeah, it looks like the 18 is actually one of those that is actually incredibly loose coming off of turn 4, so he is quickly finding himself without much grip in those tires. Ooh, the 8 is down on pit lane. Please don't tell me you sped.
Nope.
All right, good.
Good this time.
All right, there we go. Looks like the 9 has
No
already come
promises
on
for
down.
next one.
Well, I mean, that's all we can ask for. The 9 has already come on down, the 43 as well, the 99 as well, so pit stops are indeed happening right now. So this is actually going to be interesting in terms of strategy. Now, is that the 4 right behind? Yes, it is. So we have more strategy coming down, the 88 and the 21. A lot of these guys are actually before their pit window is open. So these guys are short pitting, essentially. Basswick with a lovely view. You can see everyone kind of exiting their pits, entering it. The 21 and the 88 kind of side by side, entering the pits. You can see the 99 exiting right there. I think the 74, yeah, just his box, and he will be down and away as the 18 is entering his box right there. Currently, in terms of the lead pack, no real movement, but you can see just the advantage of fresh tires, though. As I'm trying to go back on board with our leader. He's around here somewhere. Our leader of Xander is coming on down, so the 4 is Cyber, if he has not led a lap already, will do so this time, so excellent job from him. So I wonder if Cyber's going to come on down to kind of follow up with strategy, or if he has a different idea. No, he will come on down this time, make sure he hits pit road speed, which is 40 miles per hour, mind you. And now you can see that we now have a big old jungle of fresh tires and worn tires combined amongst the pack. The 99 and the 12 is one of those. The 12 is on worn, the 99 is on fresh. So the 6 as well, I do believe, is on old as well. So a lot of these guys are trying to just kind of make the best of it. I wonder where everyone's going to come on out at. It looks like the 1 is already down and away. The 4 is right there, so I want to see where the 1 will find himself. Coming on around the field, so there he is. He's going to be battling with the 6 Packers. He is not the leader, but keep in mind, him and the 4 were basically nose and tail. The 21 of Broadcaster Clay getting way out of whack right there. You can see the 6 being passed because of the lack of freshies right there. And in fact, he will dive it on down in order to hit his box in order to get some of those 4 Mr. Feelgoods. The 24 already on pit road right now. You can see the big difference in where the leader is compared to him, as we are still waiting for him to go out and away. The 18, the 19 is already passed. That is P4, and there goes P5. So he's going to rejoin in P6, maybe P7, depending on when he blends. And no, he will retain P6. So lead precision, that's probably the best thing that he would have wanted right there. 19 of Blakey T as well is going to be exiting the pits right here, right now. And the 18 of UK will actually gain a crap ton of time on his teammate. No, scratch that. I lied. Blakey T was already out on track when I was talking about that. So here is the big conundrum right here. So the one is our leader right now, correct?
Yes.
All right. So Xander is currently our leader. He is on a crap ton of traffic. The 6 of Packers is currently the last car to go a lap down. The 16 of Energy, and he has literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars in front of him that are daring him to be lapped. So I am very curious as to how this is going to shake on out in terms of how the 1 is going to come about to lap these drivers? Will he be aggressive with it? Will he try to just do it methodically? Because if he uses the latter, he is going to kind of fall into the clutches of Forrest Cyber. We'll have to see, though. The 6 of Packers, though, that's the reason why we're on board with him. He has the freshest tires out of all of these guys, but he is still in amongst his pack with the looming threat of being lapped right behind him. What is the 6 of Packers going to do? Fresh tires, though, not really meaning a whole lot much, as the 74 of Bass is right behind the 18. If you are really just not having a good race, there's not a whole lot that you can really do to your car in order to make it better, because I think, honestly, it all comes about with preset choice. Am I correct in saying that, Nathan?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I mean, honestly, you can choose a 1, and eventually it will get loose here at Richmond. The 6 is going to look towards the 99 right here. That will be position made coming off of 2. The 1 of Xander is going to try to follow the 6, but the 6 is actually going to throw a mean block in order to not get lapped himself. A little bit of contact between himself and the 1. So now this is actually opening up for a possible Cyber entry here, but the 88, ooh, the 21 leaves the bottom open. That's going to leave the 6 to kind of snake on by. The 21 is now going to be battling the 1 to not get lapped. In fact, he will be racing him hard in order to not be that car right there. The 6, though, still doing the best he can. Nathan, could you enlighten me on who the 2 drivers are behind you?
Liam and Mike.
Okay, well, there we go. Liam and Mike. So Packers, and you're in P7, correct?
Yes.
So that means Packers is in P10, which means Xander basically has up to the top 10 lapped. He is immediately behind Packers. Ooh, the 21 of Tomboy goes and spins going into the turn 1. This may be a caution. I'm trying to find him. So many cars. No, he does not. He does a 180. Everyone does a great job in avoiding him. It's just one of those things. All right, so all of these guys is very interesting. So the 1 has made it around Packers, so we do have the top 10 lap, but now this will be a battle for who will be the lucky dog. So there goes Mike. They're in P9. Now he's the lucky dog. The 6 is going to want to try to beat him to the punch, and you have Liam just a little bit above, a little bit in front of him right here. Looks like trying to pull on away, and that will be for P8. So the 1 is actually setting some blistering times. Here is Cyber right here, who is staring on down the entire onslaught that the 1 has just lapped. I count 5 cars all in this line. So the 1 has cleared him, the 4 has not. So Cyber has a lot of work to do, as now he is also being chased down by the 19 of Blakey T. The 19 of Blakey T has been slowly inching his way forward to the 4 right here. So I'm interested to see how that is going to shake on out in terms of this long run pace here. Ooh, a big sideways moment between the 99 and the 6. That is a battle here for P10. The 99 kind of shooting up the track. The 6 is a points earner right here, and he is actually surrounded by non-points drivers here for the Sportsman guys coming on up to try to show what they have. Here goes NRG. The 6 is now being put on top, slaps the wall a little bit, but no real damage right there. The 9 is going to kind of go on down, and the 4 is just losing too much time to these guys, saying, "Hey, come on, guys, let's be friends. Open up the door for me, and I will just take it." The 4 is now going to try to be on below the 9, and he will go and get that done, but the 6 does a mean crossover and will get that spot back. That is for P12. I'm trying to figure out where everyone is right now. Looks like the 12 and the 43 have found each other, so the 43 is going to go another lap down, I do believe. So not a good day for Justin Shackett. Coming on around into turn 3, Liam right here P8. I apologize. I was trying to figure out what position he was in, but he will be potentially our lucky dog here, as the one of Xander is trying to lap him. But the 12 really bombs the corner right there. That's going to allow the one to go on by. A little bit of contact though, and that just cements the deal right there. So the one is now having up into P8 lapped right here. So. Yeah, it's just one of those things. The 4 is now basically the entire backstretch behind our leader right here. So he is trying to just inch his way forward past this lap traffic, but it's so hard to do, especially as we have other drivers, especially like back here towards the back of the pack, or the back of the top 5, that are essentially kind of in clean air. You have the 18 battling Bass right here. That is for P4. Bass has been 2 straight runs of, or been Mr. P4, I should say, because it just seems like that's where he's been finishing lately in most of his positions. He did that in Homestead, he did that at the Indy Road Course, and currently he's running in P4 right here, battling with UK. That is our Season 1 Cup champ right here, so definitely the talent level in this field is incredibly high. 19 cars started this race, 3 are DNFs. You have Mike right here in P9 lapping to 43 to Shackett, and that will be, well, not position, but you know what I mean, the pass right there. Nathan, this time, how many laps ago? Never mind.
72.
And we are expecting one more pit stop, correct?
Yes.
Gotcha. And now, what is your fuel looking like, if you don't mind sharing?
31 laps.
So, okay, so never mind on the strategy part. 2 tires.
Everyone,
yeah.
Everyone seemed to pit between. I wasn't the first one, but I was one of the first ones, and I pit with like 100, right at 100 to go. And you get 55 laps to a tank. So everyone seemed to pit within the next 5, 6, 7 laps. So everyone basically split in this last 100 laps.
The 12 is stopped in the middle of 1 and 2 right here. Controller may have died. He is that one car that is stopped. Nathan, so I apologize for your monologue right there. But yeah, interesting development right here. The 12, it seems, has some kind of mechanical problem. He may be done for the night. We'll have to see, though. I'm sure he's ghosted at this point. But yeah, he is already 1 lap, or make that 2 laps down, make that 3 laps down coming on around right now. Well. How the turntables have turned.
How the turns have tabled.
And how the tables turns have. But yeah, so he is still up there. No, actually, no, he's not. Where'd he go? Nope, he's back on it. So, looks like he is now in front of the 18 and the 24, who has absolutely found his way forward. So, yeah, the 12 is now finding himself, I want to say 4 laps down at this point. I could be mistaken on that. But, yeah. What?
Who is the 12?
Liam.
Okay.
So, interesting development here. He had such a good run going, but I guess, I mean, it looks like his controller just died, so probably just had to plug it in, but I could be mistaken, though. I'm sure that
my arms are getting tired.
Your arms are getting tired? Oh, my goodness me. Well, turning left does have its detriments sometimes, you know. We're not like F1 racers where we turn left and right in order to help out the wear and tear of our bodies, but we don't have that. We're not in that lap of luxury. Elite though, having a good, well, I guess a better run. Unfortunately, that spin kind of took him out of contention for the win, but now he is finding himself passing the UK Wildcats. Ooh, the 18 getting a little bit loose right there, coming out of turn 2, but he will make that spot back. Here comes the 19 trying to lap Packers. That is for one of his laps right there. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other big movements right here. Kalen, though, trying his best. I do believe that is probably P11 at this point because of Liam having that incident, and he will call it a night. The 12 has indeed just DNF'd from that, and really interestingly enough, all of our DNFs are cup point turners. Not sure how that is going to fly, but it's just, I guess, one of those things, you know. All of our DNFs are because of that. So, speaking of, Xander has now lapped up into P6. As Ethan, you are, well, no, you are P7.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, up to P6. So you are now the lucky dog. Should a caution come on out, but at the rate these guys are going, I'm not seeing a caution coming on out. These guys are running a little bit of contact, a little bit of tempers flaring, but overall, no major contact.
Yeah, he's got about 8 seconds to catch Bass.
Oh, Bass is that driver, so we'll have to let's go on board with him for a second. Yes, he's kind of fallen off this battle between the 18 and the 24 of Elite. I forgot his name for a second. I'm sorry. Yeah, it looks like the 74 of Bass. I mean, of course, anything can happen here. Xander actually had a decent lead going out of Pocono, but he sped on the final stop. So hopefully that doesn't happen again, because we are maybe looking at our fourth winner in 4 different races, and that doesn't scream competition. I don't know what does. And with the depth of this field, you know, having a full 19-car field, with only 4 sportsman drivers coming on in, we had technically had 15 of our point earners coming on out at Richmond of all places.
Yeah.
It's interesting that we've had 4 different winners this season. The 24 led us off at Daytona, and then we move on to pardon me, the 19 of Blakey T at Chicagoland. Pocono was won by Cyber, our Season 0 Cup winner, at last week. And now, I mean, I don't want to commentators curse it, but right now, I mean, it seems to be Xander's race to lose. 21 giving the 1 plenty of space up there. Yeah, the 1 I do believe, and I do declare, has... what the hell happened there? 74 having a fun time behind Shackett, so we'll have to check that out. Yeah, the 74 kind of showing his disapproval. I mean, saying, hey, you know, I'm not racing you. Why are you racing me right now? So yeah, interesting development from right there, with the 43 being so many laps down and the 74 being I think the 43 is even like 2 laps down. Yeah, going back to what I was talking about, though, the 4 has about... is that you? Is that... Oh, that's the 1 right there. Oh, no, actually, it looks like the 4 is actually starting to close the gap on the 1. But, I mean, who knows? Maybe... Looks like, to me, the 1 is a bit of a short-run car, with the 4 being a bit of a long run. So... I wonder if the 4 will have something here for Xander here in the late stretch of this race, but we'll have to see, as we do still have 1 more stop to go through. The 19 of Blake.
Elite on pit road, maybe?
No, Elite's still on track. Someone is on pit road, though. We'll have to find out who that is. That is a 9.
White, red.
Yeah, the 9 of Kalen is on pit road. He was also the one that started off the round of stops last time, so it looks like he's gonna essentially, try to jump everyone, but of course that's gonna hurt him in the long run, because of him having the oldest tires at the long run. But hey, that's his prerogative. If he thinks that's how he will advance his position, hey, then you know, you do you. Let's see here. Any battles out on track? Looks like, ooh, the 74. Oh, he just hit the wall. Yeah, the 74 is way off the pace. Looks like his battle with the 43 did take a number on his ability to race for position. Unfortunate from him. The 18 though is starting to keep pace with the 24 of Elite. So, yeah, it's just weird how all of this kind of unfurls. The 43 of Shaka coming back up on board. Where is the 9 of Kalen? Looks like the 16 of Energy is down on pit road to make his final stop. People kind of trickling on in, Nathan. A lot of people aren't kind of following the whole run it on out until you can't anymore strat. It's kind of like all about just, looks like kind of splitting this stint in half and then kind of just going from there. Can you offer some insight on maybe when you're coming on down?
I got a little bit of time left.
All right, well, there we go. Well, the 9, though, on fresh tires is immediately behind you, so that is the difference between fresh and old tires, as he will probably just be able to zoom right on by. With the 9, probably, yep, getting that. Ooh, probably wasn't expecting you to take that spot right there, so to be fair, I mean, that is probably one of those things. But, yeah, the 9 is going to quickly close on up to the 4. The 16 as well on fresh tires, just zooming right by the 99. Speaking of the 4, let's go on board with the 4 and see how he is gaining on the 1, if at all. He is not, so never mind.
He is super elusive.
Yeah. Well, here I was talking about with the long run. Maybe the 4 had the better long run, but it looks like the 1 of Xander just probably backed up his entry a little bit and.
It kind of seemed like as soon as he lapped me, he got out like maybe a full second on me, and then just stayed there for probably 10 laps. So he probably just maintained a gap there for a minute, and then now he's kind of trying to gap it a little bit more.
Well, we'll have to see how that strategy worked, Cotton. The 1. Looks like the 21 of Tomboy is on pit road right now. We do have some others coming on down the pits. We have the 99, the 21 of Broadcaster Clay. Split between the 10 of Baseball Kid and the 12 of Liam, who are DNFs, the 22 as well. 4 DNFs of this race, so there are 15 drivers still out on track somewhere. Some of them point earners. In the 4... the 4 non-points drivers are actually still in this race. I'm sorry, I just find that incredibly hilarious. So let's see though how that's going to shake it on out. I keep saying that. I've been noticing I say that way too much. Let's shake on out, kerfuffle, stuff like that. I mean, my Pattonisms. The more I'm aware of them, the more the more I realize I say them. So, look, the 9 was able to get past the 4, and you can see that the 9 is actually closing in on the leader right here. So that is fresh tires doing its magic right here. The 1, though, like I said, this is his race to lose. So, it's going to be about when he comes on down and if he speeds. Sorry about that, entering a message. And it looks like the 1 will come on down this time. Will he speed? No, he actually came down a little bit, maybe too cautious because he didn't want to speed. So the 4 will, I mean, that's probably, unless there's a caution, that's probably how he's going to lose this race. So, I mean, to be fair, wouldn't you not want to do that, Better safe than sorry, right? So the 4 of Cyber is the remaining car out on the speedway. He will stay on out for a couple times. He's hoping for a yellow right about now because the 1 of Xander is now officially a lap down. And he's looking for a yellow literally right now in order to kind of pin him a lap down. Unless you have some incredibly high luck. I highly doubt that's going to happen. The 88 coming on down, or exiting his box, I should say. The 19 of Blakey T entering his box. Same thing with the 6 right behind him. The 21 of Tomboy, I'm kind of just checking on in with everyone right now. The 18, I do believe, has not made a stop yet. The 4 coming on down. There is the 1 that is there to unlap himself. So, yes, looks like the magic of short stopping has really extended that gap. But we'll have to see, though, because plenty of race to be had right here. It looks like the 6 will actually jump the 88 of WRX Mike. So, yeah, strange how that works, actually. That must have been an incredibly short stop by the 6, and probably like a 16-3 stop for the 88. So, what position is that for, by the way?
8th and 9th.
That's for 8th and 9th, and you're still P7, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so WX Mike basically finding himself in P9 literally the entire race. Unfortunate from him, but you know, it's just one of them things. The 24 of Elite gapping himself from the 18, who is in P4. Then you have the Sunny 4 of Bass. Let me go and find him and see where he's at right now. There he is. Ooh, hitting the apron right there. Not having the best of turns right there, so found him. Yeah, he is just trying to hold on. In fact, actually, it looks like who's in P6?
Bass.
Oh, that is Pete Bass. Okay, so that means I apologize. Blakey T trying to hold on to this podium while Elite is actually closing in. So Elite is trying to get that podium. Currently, he has yet to finish off the podium so far this season, but that may change this race. So, a little bit of contact from Bass into the wall. That's what I was hearing right there. So he is really trying to arc in his entry into turn 3 right there. The 9 of Kalen coming on through. US Trek Enterprise as well, doing a doozy back here. The 43 of Shackett hitting the wall. The 18, though, trying to close the gap, but it looks like everyone's just basically filtering on in right now. Not basically kind of in their own little bubble. In terms of, are you on the lead lap or are you not? The 1, though, can you let me know how many laps to go this time?
Yes, sir. 30.
Is that including your lap down or no?
That's what my screen says.
Oh, so they're on 29, coming to 28 right now. I also just now noticed that inside the wall, they're advertising for NASCAR Mobile. In case you guys are wondering, you guys still can actually get NASCAR Heat Mobile, where essentially you're running Heat 4. So you can still download that in 2022, and you can play the hit 2019 video game NASCAR Heat 4 on your phone for the low price of $10.
Have you played it?
No, it's awful. Based on what I've seen, but it's because, like, literally, it's a console game that's made for phones. Of course, the translation is not really going to work on out.
It wasn't that good.
But here we are, over in the grand scheme of things. Right here, the 18 makes the pass on the 21 of Broadcaster Clay. I wonder what spot he's in, honestly. With everyone kind of DNFing and kind of having a few laps under their belt, I want to say he's P14. I want to say he's in front of Shackett, but I do not know, because I know, I don't know, actually. So I know that I don't know. What I do know, though, is that the 1 is very fast. We have 2 people watching this race, so thank you all so much for coming on out. But because of that, we have 4 drivers not in this race, all of them cup points earners. So that is, I still find that actually bizarre for me. That it's the cup guys that DNF. Ooh, big moves by the 21 on Bass right there. The 16 as well. Looks like they're a little bit faster than the 74, and the 74, I'm sure, is just like, come on, man, you guys are a lap down, and I'm not. So yeah, the 74 kind of getting a little bit frustrated, but the one of Xander, I'm sure, is in his ear saying, hey, you know what, I'm about to lap you. So, yeah, the 74, I'm sure, not appreciating how the 16's racing him, being a lap down as opposed to not, because now the 74 is trying to keep from going a lap down, meaning there would be only the top 5 on the lead lap. The one just having that blistering pace, just no one really able to really match that long run speed. 74 goes low. I'll have to save that going through another day. The 21 gets on out of the way. Tip of the hat to him. But the 16 not obliging to that, saying that, hey, you know what? You checked up for the leader. I'll take that as a spot. Yeah. So because of that, we had where is there he is? I'm sure Xander's in Vass's ear saying, hey, you know, you want to move on out of the way, or maybe the one will just be nice and just kind of follow his teammate right there, and not put him a lap down. We'll have to see though. He's kind of shaking up. Well, no, he backs off, so I think that is actually the plan, knowing that he has such a big gap over the Forest Cyber, that he is just A-okay with just continuously running. 19 of Blakey T is actually being closed in on by the 24 of Elite, so I have to keep an eye on that. The 18 of UK literally is in no man's land right now. He is kind of... it's really weird. So he is faster than the cars behind him, but he's slower than the cars ahead of him. So he's in this weird spot where he's just there. Which is weird. I feel that. Which is weird because this is P5 we're talking about. This is P5 that so far up the grid that he is just kind of stuck. He's running around with WRX Mike, who is in P9 currently. Correct? He's still in P9?
Yes.
Copy, thank you. So yeah, he's still in P9 right here. Make that, the one of Xander has indeed lapped. Bass is now the last car one lap down. The 43 is Shackett. Keeps finding the 74 of Bass. I don't know how that happens, but that is extremely funny to me. The 43 of Justin Shackett just trying to just trying to be right there. Then we have all of these guys trying to make their way forward. What am I looking at right here? There we are. So the 74, now the Lucky Dog, I don't think there's going to be a caution at this point. We had the 2 early on in the race, literally within the first 50 laps, and then we have the remaining 150 all by our lonesome. So the 4 is now going to be trying to lap the cars that Xander just lapped. The 24 of Elite has caught the 19, mind you. And Nathan, you are directly in the middle of that, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. 24 is a man on a mission right now, trying to get that spot and to get that quadfecta of finishing on podiums. If that isn't a championship statement, I don't know what is. In fact, actually, let's take a look at his stats so far for the season. If we count the duels, I mean, I'd count the duels honestly. Good evening, Fire Slayer. How are you? The duels, he finished P4. Daytona, obviously, he won. Chicagoland, he finished P2. Pocono was P2. And actually, well, I guess maybe we'll take a little bit of good news with this. If we don't have a caution here in the final laps of this race, he will break his second place streak. There we go. Easy. All it took. I mean, honestly, we were at the record of 6 straight second place finishes. Ranging all the way from 2 weeks ago, actually with Chicagoland. And then after that, it went all the way to Challenger at the Indy Road Course, finished second there, and then ERA last week at Watkins Glen, finished second there. And then looped back around to Pocono last Saturday, second there. So let's keep the number here. That's 4. 10 to go.
Xander is on 2.
Oh, thank you.
Coming to 9.
In fact, actually, let's go on board with that battle for P1 right here. So we loop back around to Pocono. That is 5. And then Challenger at Eldora. That is 6. Oh, I apologize. We're at 7. Actually, this is 7 straight second place finishes, including last Thursday at Richmond. So, hey, you know what? I mean, all good things must come to an end. So, Elite will, unless we get a caution, will probably break that streak. So, hey, congrats, Elite. So, WRX Mike and UK just having a ball of the time back here. Mike is also in that boat where he is, he's in that section where he's faster than everyone behind him, but he's slower than everyone ahead of him. So him and UK are just having a ball of a time, just racing each other. But you have the 74 being passed by the 4 Cyber. Can you let me know when it's 5 to go, please? And then you have the 19, who is now under fire from the 24. I know Elite will want that podium, but he'll have to go and take it from Blakey T's cold, dead hands. 49. Oh, thank you. So I'll actually go on board with him just to make life easy on me. Oh, Justin Jacket has called in tonight. I heard contact. Okay, well, never mind. So 4 to go this time for Xander.
Battle for podium.
I just got away from that. So while Xander leads, the 24 is literally right behind the 19 of Blakey T. Elite, I know, wants that podium. But like I said, he'll have to take it from Blakey T's cold, dead hands. If anything, this is great news because I don't think Elite has led a lap this race. So if he finishes where he is, Xander will gain 20 points on his competition for the point lead. But pass? Or was that nope? Last lap and pass right there. Okay, cool, good talk. So the 19 will have to probably give a little bump and run to the 24 right there. I'm sure, I know for a fact that the 24 will be upset with his performance right here. But coming on around turn 4 and exiting, going into this run, this is the last lap.
Xander's taking the white right now.
All right, well, never mind then. So yeah, the 19 is going to give a little bump right there, and maybe a little bump and run to the 24. No, he won't. And just like that, the 24 will finish P3 and continue his podium streak.
It's not over yet.
Oh my, Nathan, what are you talking about?
I told you Xander was come to the white flag.
Oh my goodness me. Alright, let's do this again. Okay, well, never mind. Blake, he's not even in position anymore, so okay, cool. So, coming on through, Xander wins the race. Cyber will finish P2. Okay, now Elite finishes P3. And the 18 is just having a ball of a time being the last. Yeah, he's just going to spit it on out. So we're going to be waiting on UK to cross the line. But he will... yeah. So, honestly, I think that was a good race overall. The 2 cautions in the beginning, letting it kind of run it on out. I mean, it was interesting. So, well, what can I say? Honestly, that was just... Oh, God. What's the Discord gonna... It's not even about the race as well. What the hell? It's not even about the race. So, yeah, okay, let's take a look at this. A fast slap goes to... I'm sure it's Xander. No, it's not Xander.
Oh.
It's not. It's Elite with a 20.844. Oh. Spicy. With that, yeah, he was actually flying through the field. Broadcast Clay does indeed finish P14 with Shaq being P15. Our last 5 drivers in the running order are all Cup drivers. So interesting. Let's get our top 3 up in here. Well, not Blakey T, I'll say that. Um, Cyber, Elite, and Xander all the way down here. There we go. So, as I continue my tradition of while we wait for our top three to get up in here, God, I have the hiccups. I apologize about that. We have our rundown. We have the top five all on the lead lap, with Xander being our top guy, of course, duh. Cyber P2, duh. We watched the battle with P3, so we know that already. Blake T P4, UK P5, Bassfuck P6, Nathan Agent Orange P7, Packers P8, WRX Mike P9, US Strike Enterprise P10. Moving on to P11 belongs to NRG, Kalen P12, Tomboy 13th, Broadcaster Clay 14th, and then our DNFs for the race are Shackett Liam, Napier, Baseball Kid, Cade. And then we also have last place points, and with the rule is last place points are now going to be directly below our lowest cup finisher, which just so happens to be Cade. So BS14 cars will get 20th place points. Yikes. Anyway, so we have interesting 4 different race winners in 4 races. I was joking that we were going to do it, but here we are. Richmond proved me wrong. So let's go and talk about our. I think we have everyone in here. Yes, we do. Cyber, not Cyber. Elite first. So Elite, at one point you were spinning through the infield grass. First of all, let's talk about that for a second. What happened?
The 43 was being an idiot trying to take out the 22, and he had the leaders right behind him, and he just turned right on the 22 because I guess he was mad at him. Everybody else in front of me, they got lucky and avoided him, avoided that wreck. Unfortunately, I was the one that I got caught up in it, so pretty irritated about that. Had to spend the whole race trying to recover. Definitely had something for the leader and just didn't have the time. Never got a caution, so kind of irritated right now because the 43 was just being an idiot. I don't see why you would try to take somebody out and you got the leaders right behind you. Got to think.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you thought that was bad, oh, you should have seen the 21 and the 12 go at it in the back of the pack. So yeah, that was interesting to watch. I was actually on board with that for like 3 laps. It was actually kind of funny. Anyway, but yeah, no, Elite, you unfortunately had a great car, honestly. Let's not sugarcoat it here. You were about half a track behind our leader at one point. And unfortunately, with the 43 incident right there, that kind of took you out of contention for the win because we went cautionless the rest of the race. 150 laps on green flag laps here. Unfortunately, does not allow you the time in order to catch back up. You had a great car though. P3, continuing the podium streak. Well, I mean, also we were talking about this in the broadcast. You finally broke your second place streak. Congrats.
I guess that streak may have ended, but I guess keep the podium streak alive. I don't know, man. It's like I like the consistency, but like I said before, it's just things just keep happening, man. I don't know. Lap traffic, uh, getting fenced. Like it's just been so many things that's just been preventing me from winning. So I don't know. Like it's good for the points, but like I said before, when you got a chance to get a win or you feel like you got a car that can win, it hurts. So just gotta just move on to next week.
Oh, there we go. Got to move on to next week, which I should remind you guys is Watkins Glen. Watkins Glen, you guys had a good run there in the past. All 3 of you actually, having found success in different series at Watkins Glen. So, Elite, maybe a possible win next week. We'll have to find on out. Don't hit the wall coming out of the pits. I will say that. But we'll have to see how we do next week. Elite, congrats. Let's go to Kevin Harvick for this one. So we go into our P2 here, Cyber. You had another good run. It seems like you had a better long run car than Xander on well, the long runs. But I could be mistaken on saying that. You also got incredibly loose and had to fight through the lap traffic, I will say, and that's an understatement probably. You had I had a good car. Take us through your race.
Um, Knowing how the race was going to play out, because we obviously had some new guys joining through a new rule that was made this past week. It kind of added a little more chaos to these races now all of a sudden, but no, I wasn't phased by it. I mean, I was just focused on my race because I kind of knew where I was going to be within the middle of that. Just stayed with inside, I think, the top seven pretty much the whole race. Made a bold strategy move, taking two tires, and it kind of helped me pay it off because I was able to stay in track position up front because it kind of matters on these short tracks. I was kind of surprised with those two tires. I was keeping up with the eventual winner of this race. I mean, I know he's on four, I'm on two, so I'm like, okay, so this is kind of a shock to me that I'm keeping up with him. But I think later in the run, the car just went away. So yeah, I kind of figured, and then him pitting early, that kind of sensed on just my race. So I was gonna probably be stuck in second pretty much for the way. But all in all, great car, great rhythm on the long run in this Ford Busch Light Mustang. I'll take second while I can.
Now, out of curiosity, when you say Busch Light, do you put emphasis on the H? Because I'm looking at your car, and there's clearly four H's there. So is it Bush or Bush?
I'll rephrase it. Bush.
There you go. Is as cold as the Rockies. No, that's Coors Light. I apologize. So now I just screwed the branding. Anyway, so yeah, Cyber though, Richmond has treated you well in the past. Same thing with Watkins Glen. What do you expect for the first road course of the season next week?
I'm expecting to still be where I am right now. I mean, if you take out Chicagoland, where if I didn't have that mistake, maybe I could be somewhere right in the top three in points right now. But I'm just trying to just gain back up on that as I can through these races. So yeah, it should be an interesting one at Watkins Glen, but I feel confident that we'll be good up there soon.
Well, interestingly enough, I will say, I can't say if you're in the top three, but what I can say is that our relegation line suddenly got very interesting, I will say, with where everyone kind of finished in terms of those people on the cut. Store Square didn't even make it. So, I mean, that's kind of putting him out right there. So, interesting how that shakes things on out in terms of everything as a whole. So, yeah, Cyber, excellent job on the P2. And then we move on to our P1 winner here.
Can I get Xander?
Sure, go ahead.
Right.
Oh, I like this.
Oh. How's it going, Mr. Xander?
It's going as good as it can, I guess.
Going good. How was the car tonight?
Oh, it was great. Really was great on the long run after getting some adjustments in it, and the Monster Energy Camaro was as fast as its Xfinity Internet. But I gotta thank Jesus Christ to pull the Ty Gibbs card. No, it was a great car. And Brandon and I, we were working on our cars, and Brandon was very, very pissed off the entire race. So I couldn't talk to him at all, and it was silent because he was just mad. But I was gonna say thank you to Nathan for getting out of my way. That was nice of you.
I tried to get out of everybody's way. I knew I was in the way. A couple guys didn't quite catch the message and hit my back bumper, but.
We need more lap traffic like you. 43.
Hey, some of us just get it, I guess.
I guess so.
How far did you end up lapping? How many people did you lap?
I almost got up to UK. I was able to lap up to fifth, so sixth was lapped.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were on a roller tonight. Is there anything you could have done differently throughout the night, setup-wise, race-wise, anything? Take forward?
I took four. I don't know what I could have done any differently. I think the strategy was pretty good. I remember the two tires thing was definitely in. Yeah, I could have sped. That did not happen. I know you probably realized how slow I went onto pit road the last time.
Oh, I was really watching to see if you would have, and I was just
yeah,
no, he took it.
I was
way
like,
too
I'm gonna.
cautious.
I'm gonna take it cautious, which is what I never do. So no, I think the strategy of the race went well. I think that we were really fast. I just wanted to get a top 3. I wanted to gain more points back on Elite after he was having a struggling day. I don't really know what happened with the 43 and 22, and I got like it was happening right in front of me, and then I think the 22 wrecked the 43, and then that caused Elite to get spun out, which sucks for him, but a nice rebound for him. And Cyber is always great at Richmond, so I knew it was going to be a tough race to try and win. And luckily, he was on those 2 tires and was allowing me to kind of gain a little bit. And then lap traffic, I was able to get by a little bit better, I think. But he definitely had a better longer run car and was definitely able to gain on me. So I'm just happy that I can get away with a win here.
All right. Cool. Anything looking forward? I believe it's Watkins Glen next week.
Ooh, that's Watkins Glen's a great track, so we'll see what we can do. A lot of great competition. A lot of guys in here are great at racing, and if we continue to have more people like Brandon come from Sportsman, then it should make an interesting race. So we'll see how we can do there. Just gonna try and gain as many points as possible on Elite as I continue just to stave at it. I think I gained 15 tonight, maybe 20, something like that. So we'll see what we can do in the short run.
I actually got a question.
Ooh, okay.
Who do you think will be the biggest lawnmower next week?
The biggest lawnmower?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you talking about like cutting the bus stop?
Yeah, yeah. Like, let's be honest, bro. Everyone's gonna cut the bus stop at some point.
Because it's definitely gonna be me. Yeah, you already know you're gonna have to keep an eye on me and the bus stop. You know me.
I will probably be giving you at least one warning. Yes.
Hey, an ERA a couple of weeks ago, I feel like I didn't do it as bad as I used to. I remember I used to, if I would just go off track, I'd be like, okay, well, I'm cutting it now, so I might as well just keep going. But I was cutting it, and I would slow down and get back on track. So, you know me, I like to try and get as much as possible.
Oh yeah, of course, we like to have fun here.
Yeah.
But
Until I get a penalty.
Oh yeah, of course. But here is the long and short of it, though. 2 of the people that were in that race are actually on this podium, so we'll have to see how that is going to shake on out next week at Watkins Glen. So without further ado, I should say, it's Richmond week here at MRL/ERA. 2 races are down, and both of them have been won by the same person. So, and like I said, 4 different race winners on the Saturday Cup Series in 4 races. So next week is Watkins Glen. Will we have 5, or will we have our first repeat? That is going to be the question. So with that, we're gonna finish on off for tonight. Xander, excellent job on the win. P2 Cyber, P3 Elite. We have a returning trend with how these podiums are running, because I do believe you all have finished on the podium in at least 3 of the races so far this season. Interesting how that works on out.
Nice.
But we have Watkins Glen next week. Nathan, thank you so much for being our in-race reporter, and we'll have to see how Monday will go to complete our Richmond week here. Sportsman, we have a tie in the points lead there, and we'll have to see who's going to break that after next week. Have a good night, everyone. Peace.